All right, y'all. So let's talk about this. You guys saw the thumbnail. So they have these masks that I think is one of the stupidest things I've ever seen. Now, immature-minded people will see this and go, "Oh, I think that's so cool. You can fool a lot of people." Yeah, and you want to know what the problem with that is? You have a lot of ignorant, hateful people that will spitefully do things to cause problems for people. And there's been incidents where people have had these masks on. Right where I live at, there's been incidents, and I'll give you an example of what happened. So one night, there's a where the Walmart is, there's an auto store next to it. So we're at the auto store. And what ended up happening was two guys came walking. They went into the auto store. Now, I don't know if they knew the people in there or whatever they did, but they went in there, they got whatever they were going to get, and they came out. They wasn't in there long. And then they went to the Walmart, which is right around the corner, like up the same parking lot. So when they went to the Walmart, we were still in the the auto zone. So what happened is the police come following these guys out, and I think the guys, when they made the left turn to come back in, it was because they was trying to see if the cops was following them or whatever was going on. I don't know, but bottom line, we were there, and excuse me, we're putting like windshield wiper fluid in the car, everything, and so the police were talking to them. And by now, they took the mask off their face. It was two white guys. The police are saying to them, "What are you guys doing?" And they're talking to them. So it's like, okay, first of all, they were in the car with them on. So now the police, you see, what the police see them with the mask on. Now, of course, the faces doesn't move. So if it's a serious face, if it's a smile or whatever, it's just constant because. But the bottom line is, if you run up on somebody to do anything, that person just see, they're not thinking about no mask and none of that. They just see these things look real. They just see the face of that person and see you doing whatever you're doing. Whether you snatch somebody's bag, do something stupid, you could be, whatever it may be. And I hear the police saying to them, "Why? What? Okay, wait a minute. What? Who's in the car with you?" He's like, "No, it's nobody." And they were like, "Nah, we just saw you in this car, right?" And they said, "We saw two black guys. Like, what, so what do you have on your face? What is going on?" Right? And they was trying to not say they had masks, but the police kept pressing them. And they had, well, we had masks. And they were like, "For what?" Nothing. We were just wasn't harming anybody. We was just wearing it. It was like, for what though? Why would you, why would you do that? So apparently they were walking around just doing stupid things. And they were doing, bottom line is this, right? And the cop says, let me before I say that, the cop says, "Guys, when you do stupid things like this, you're causing problems, and somebody called and give a description, okay? And we hear two black guys, but in reality, it's two white guys with masks on. What's the purpose? Why would you even buy something like that? What's the purpose? What were you wearing them for? It's not Halloween. What are you wearing them for?" "We were just wearing them." And I heard the guy talk. Well, he said, How old are you?" "I'm 36. He said, "You're a 36-year-old man. What are you just wearing a mask for?" He said, "If you were wearing some type of mask that people know it's a mask and it was just silly, because people do that all the time. Okay, even that is kind of like, why would a 36-year-old man do that?" He said, "But you're wearing something that looks real. You have a hoodie on top of that, and so if you guys do something stupid, and somebody say, 'Hey, we got to call us guys doing some suspicious activity,' you could have us looking for someone that did nothing but because of this type of stupidity." You understand what I'm saying? You understand what you're doing to make our jobs hard. And then whatever well, we wasn't trying to do that. It's like, so what did you go in the store and do? Why are you walking around like saying things to people? What are you trying to do? So basically, right, what they were doing, they were walking around going, "Hey, bitch," just saying stuff. "Hey, pussy," and so if a person makes a call, something happens, and they say, "Hey, man, these two black guys are walking around just being disrespectful, or they're just taunting people, or whatever it is," they know when the cops come, they expect something to happen. Like I told you, when these racist ass people do stupid things, and yes, I gotta say racist, you're two white guys. You could be a white guy and have long blonde bleached hair. You could wear a mask of a white guy that's a goddamn brunette. So why buy a mask of black guys? And this type of stuff, who just say how many times this type of stuff has been done? And all of these videos you see where a black man is telling you, officer, I'm waiting for my bus or waiting for my Uber. I just came from work. I work over there, blah, blah, blah. But you get the ignorant racist cop that shows up. And I don't know if these cops were that either. Who knows? But bottom line, they were pretty much pissed off at these guys. These are grown-ass men. A 36-year-old. The other guy, I forgot. I don't remember. I know they were talking to them, but I remember him asking the driver, how old was he? And bottom line, they started, asking for ID and all that, whatever. And they basically just reprimanded him verbally. Just talk to him. They didn't search the car, do any of that shit. Didn't, no slamming him on the face like they do black people. They didn't do any of that. But at the end of the day, what they did was let them know that this was stupid. And they did acknowledge if a call comes through and they're saying we see suspicious activity, and we ask for a description, they're going to say it was two black guys. When in all actuality, it was two white guys. It's like, so what's the purpose of you buying these masks, right? This type of stuff should be illegal. And this is one of the things I hate about TikTok and any of these other sites. When you speak the truth, when you post something of any value, when you do something that it's always some issue with them, with something being legit. But they will allow people to post these stupid commercials. The ad for this whole thing, okay, I'm not going to post the ad for the simple fact I want to post it authentically. Those pictures you see is from that particular video. And what you see in the video, right, is that same white guy. Then they got like 3 or 4 more white guys. They all showing you the black mask. They put it on, and then they're walking around in like a party or something, and it's all hip hop music in the background. Nothing but white people in the video, and they all standing around, right? What's the purpose of this? What is an ad for? To sell a product, try to get your attention. Hey, that's cool, right? But why do you have a room full of white people wearing masks of a black person? Now look at what he has on. A hoodie with some rapper or some black person's face on it, and he's standing up there. The same guy you see standing there with the mask is the white guy. The picture you see next to him with the mask on, that's the same white guy with the black mask on. And this is on purpose. So I don't know if you guys know about this, but they have a video where there was a group of white guys. This is what they were doing on purpose. So they do something stupid. Like, for example, they had a female, and this is so dumb. And you see how they don't publicize none of this stuff. You just see it watching channels like Indisputable or other people get wind of something, and you'll see these little clips where they have a female screaming, "No, help, please." And you see the white guy, but he has the black mask on, and he's running, and then a group of people see him, and he makes sure he looks so they can see the black face. And they're like, "No, he has a gun. He grabbed my bed." Now, the female is in on it. And then the guy is running. So now when they get to wherever they're going, whatever they have, take that jacket off, and put something else on. So they could all be outside somewhere and somebody going, "Hey guys, be careful. There's a black guy out here. He has a gun. He's robbing people." "Oh, thanks for telling us." And the whole time, it's these same white guys. This is some sick shit, man. And the fact is, even, think about this, right? We have so many black unarmed people that's been murdered by the police. And this was, hey, let's provoke an action. But I stood there and listened to them. They just reprimanded them. A 36-year-old fucking man. What do you think this was? Why do you think he's walking around saying shit to people? Because they're going to get in their car, pull off and leave. And when somebody goes, "Hey, there's these 2 suspicious looking black guys. They're around here harassing people." Okay, now all of a sudden, here comes 2 black guys getting out their car to go to Walmart. Here comes the police fucking with them. And these guys have no idea what these cops are talking about. They get offended and they don't want to comply with shit because what the fuck, man? I'm just getting out of my car to go to Walmart, and you ain't here telling me there's a call about suspicious people. How do you think that makes a person feel? How the fuck do you think that makes an innocent person feel? Just comply because you've seen black people comply. and still end up being shot dead. I thought he had a gun or fucking water bottle or whatever it may be. We know this. So when these people do these things, they're not trying to get you harassed by cops. They're trying to get you killed. And why somebody would think to buy this. And let me tell you something. If you're black and you're sitting here thinking that this is a cool idea, you are a dumbass fool yourself. This is not cool at all. And this type of stuff should not be allowed. That's not even a cool Halloween mask. That's not, I'm just walking around with a face on, just looking around, right? With a hoodie on, so people don't, so therefore I can't fuck it up with, my hair or something that covers your whole head or whatever. You can see that the hair is printed on instead of actual hair. Next, they'll be making them with hair to try to make it even look more real. But bottom line, you could do it. Somebody could have a wig on, anything, whatever it may be. Bottom line is the masks are used for the wrong reasons. I feel like they were created for the wrong reasons. And why is it nothing but white people wearing masks of black people? Why? What's the purpose? Why would a 36-year-old man, why would anybody just, I'm going to buy a mask that looks real, put a hoodie on, and try to fool people? Now you look like a typical hood nigga. That's the whole purpose. Now, if I didn't show you the first picture, you think it was just a black guy standing there. But I showed you, no, this same white guy is the one standing there. You see him holding the mask, and that's part of the ad. But the video, there's several videos. Oh, but they make white video masks too. I don't give a fuck. Then wear a white mask. Like I said, you could be a fucking bleach blonde. You could have blonde eyebrows and everything. They're not going to mistake you for a fucking brunette. What do they think? You dyed your hair and eyebrows in a matter of minutes? No. Bottom line, it's let me do something stupid. Let them call the police, and they're going to come looking for a black guy. And all I'm going to do is take this shit off, throw another jacket on or whatever, and hey, they're not looking for me. Now that certain places are aware that these things are happening, let's see if we start hearing about it. If they start banning things, they ban a whole lot of other shit. I mean, your president wants to put a DEI label on fucking water now. Yeah. Yeah, but they let all of this goofy shit happen. That right there is going to cause people to lose their lives, whether it's by the police or whether somebody go do something dumb and they fuck with the wrong person and that person beat the shit out of them. And what are you going to say? Oh, it's just a mask. Okay, mask or not. Why are you fucking with people? People use things the wrong way. When people talk about you got to do things and you got to, use discretion and all. Now, stop it. We know, just like when people get guns, we done seen videos of people jump out their car, run up on somebody, the person get ready to defend themselves, and they run to their trunk and get their gun and call this self-defense. They don't even know what the fuck the rules and the laws are. I just got a piece of paper that says I can carry a gun, and now I'm going to act tough because I have a gun. And when somebody stands up to me, then I'm going to run. I'm going to pull out my gun and call this self-defense. Now, meanwhile, even if that person goes to jail, that person is gone. Their life is gone because some idiot thought that this was okay. People use things the wrong way. People use things the wrong way. But this right here is it's deliberate. And this is like what I'm saying. You got all white people. I don't hear no country music playing. I don't hear no rock and roll music playing. All I see is white people standing around partying, hip hop music being played in the background, and a white guy standing there with a fucking mask of a black man changing his posture there. Yeah. What's all this for? Right. Let's act black. Not one black person in the commercial. What's the purpose? And there shouldn't be any, because this is not cool and you shouldn't approve of it. But it shouldn't be. When people see things, people feel like, and they even can use AI as the people. But when I see something like that, I would never partake in some shit like that. You have me standing around, because I'm like, what's the purpose of this mask? What is the purpose? Wait, oh, it's just fun? For what? For who? For who? You can't have a grown-up face on a kid's body, right? So this is not kids' bodies. These are grown-ass men. Grown-ass men. Grown-ass men walking around with masks and disrespecting people. What up, bitch? Hey, pussy. Hey, fat. This is what they're doing. And they make sure that they glance over and look at you so you see, oh, it's a black guy. And I'm pretty sure when they do it, they're trying to change their voices to try to sound like what they think black people sound like to them, right? I'm guaranteeing it. And this is even everything about the ad. Like I said, why the hip hop music? Why all the posturing? Huh? Why? I guarantee you they wasn't going, hey, dude, you fucking pussy. Hey, dude, I guarantee you they wasn't talking like that. I guarantee you they were trying to sound, like I said, like how they think black folks sound. And there's no telling how many times somebody black has been accused of something because some idiot had a mask on like that and purposely went and did something dumb. And now a call goes in and here comes police. Even with the whole, there's a suspicious looking black man walking around and blah, 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 and this and that and that and this, and they make sure that they're doing something dumb. Now people are saying they think that these type of masks, because there's more than just one, are being used to frame black people because there's weird little things where something will happen. And it's in areas where, just say, for example, you have a black person that gets off work. And let's say they walk from one point to the next point to get an Uber or a bus or whatever. So at this point, pretty much there's really no other black people around, right? Bottom line is there's not a lot of black people, not a lot of witnesses and nothing like that. So let's just say, for example, that person that wants to frame this person, you know, that black guy that comes standing here all the time. Oh yeah, this and this and that. Oh, I saw him today. He had on a black hoodie or he had, right? What? Just say it. It doesn't even matter. And they go throw that hoodie on, they go walk around. Person might walk down the street and make sure that there's people walking by and say something like, I'm going to kill somebody. I'm going to fucking kill somebody. Right, anything. And people are looking around, right? I'm going to fucking kill somebody. Or I'm going to kill a white motherfucker tonight. I'm going to do something, right? That person decide, hey, man, and call the police or something, and all of a sudden, they time it. And, well, what is he wearing? Well, he had a black hoodie, some blue jeans. Now, here comes this black man with his black hoodie and his blue jeans coming from fucking work to go to his Uber, to the spot where he gets his Uber from, or whatever, or waiting for the bus or something, and all of a sudden, here comes the police. Now, something you do on a regular basis, now they question, well, why would you walk from your job? Because this is where I get the bus from. Well, this is why I get my Uber. Why didn't you wait for the Uber? Because I never wait at my job to get my Uber. I always come right here. Is it a crime that I'm doing it? Well, no. But when I get a call about suspicious activity, because you know you get the asshole police. So now you got innocent people that's already being harassed by racist police. And racist ass people just, suspicious activity because a black man or woman is walking wherever they're going. Even if you just decide it's a beautiful night, let me go take a walk. Oh, here's Mr. and Mrs. Racist because here's a black person bothering no one, walking, probably got earbuds on, got music on or something, or listening, whatever, just chilling, minding their business. And here comes some racist cops responding to a stupid ass call. But now here's a situation of white people buying masks with black people faces and walking around fucking with people, saying shit, doing things to get attention. And it doesn't matter. They'll drive around until they find a black person. This is the only black person we've seen all night. What do people say when they call the police? I'm a concerned citizen. This is Karen Davis. Nope, I'm a concerned citizen. And there's no telling where they're calling from. More than likely they won't call from their cell because that can be traced. But what does it matter anyway when the police come? Start harassing the wrong person. And then all of a sudden, somebody then got their brains blown all over the sidewalk. Well, they didn't comply. They didn't even do anything. You know what's really fucked up about human life? You ever drive down the street and you see a squirrel just running back and forth. This squirrel, regardless to what it's doing, and it's like, damn, you got cars coming every way. And either that squirrel is going to make it or not, or deer running across the road, or that cat that think they can outrun the cars, and all of a sudden these animals get killed, right? And you see the roadkill outside. Do y'all realize that our human lives are just like that? Because all it takes is for just 911. Yeah, there's a suspicious looking black man walking down the street, and he's walking, and what is he doing, ma'am? Well, he just looks suspicious. I just don't feel safe. I don't know him. I don't recognize, and all of a sudden here comes some asshole idiot cop just because somebody's walking down a fucking street. And they come up with the harassment. Now imagine this, right? And somebody's doing this kind of shit and harassing people. Now they pulling up thinking they got the right guy, or don't even care if they got the right guy. It's just another nigga. You motherfuckers are so sick of hearing about racism. Well, how the fuck you think people feel that experience racism? Fuck y'all. Give a fuck what you tired of hearing about. We tired of hearing about your bullshit and your fatigue, your black fatigue talk and all of that. But y'all are cool with the racism because y'all are part of it. Yeah, our Black Lives Matter to me. Fuck y'all. These goofy ass masks. You know, somebody should find you with one of them masks on and wear your asses out. And why you got that mask on? Because you know why? When the police here, they just beat a black man to death on the street. Let him die. Yeah, until they pull up and realize that there was a mask on your dumbass face. Oh, it's a white guy. There's no reason for anybody to even want something like this. I would never buy that shit like that for myself or for nobody else. My sons are old enough to make their own decisions, and I wouldn't let them wear no shit like that. Oh, fuck no. No, you're not buying that. No, you're not wearing that shit. The fuck would you, for what? What is the purpose? I'm driving down the street, a grown man with a mask of somebody else on. And somehow this is amusing to me because people don't know that it's not my actual face. What is the purpose? So this right here is something that's created that people are using. I say this shit might have been created. Like I said, they might have even created these fucking masks for that reason. But what's the purpose? Where they're definitely using the mask the wrong way. We're driving around, two white guys with masks of black faces. Maybe drive. Hey, what you looking at, bitch? They're doing these things to get a reaction from people so that people can call the cops and the cops come looking for black people. Simple. Black people, wake up. Good people in general, wake the fuck up. Y'all don't understand that there's some really evil, wicked motherfuckers in this world that look forward to stuff like this happening. It gives them great joy to know that another nigga got killed because we did something stupid. Oh, and this is funny to them. Now, like I said, the cop reprimanded him verbally. That's it. But there was no, let me see your license. I didn't make him get out the car. Nothing. Just talk to him. That's all they did. And then sent them on their way. That's all they did. This is a 36-year-old grown man. I don't know if this motherfucker got kids or not, but what the fuck did you teach your kids? And you're that dumb. I would feel really stupid, a grown-ass man driving around with a mask to try to fool people. And I'm out here. And why are you harassing people? We were talking to each other. No, bullshit. People told us that there's two black guys walking around and they keep harassing people, calling people names and shit, just saying little, threatening things. And you were talking to each other. No. But the cop, like I said, all he was reprimand them. And that's why I said, I don't even, that cop is probably racist as fuck. Because at the end of the fucking day, like I said, there was no, let me see your license. There was none of that shit. And this was so irresponsible of these police, because if it's ever a fucking time where you should have done that, that was the time. What if these motherfuckers, what if that car don't even belong to them? What if the car was stolen? What if they had drugs on them? Hey, maybe they're acting that way because they're not sober. No, but all you did was reprimand them verbally and then sent them on their fucking way. Talk to them like they were 12 because they were acting like they were fucking 12. But there was no license and registration. All they did was pulled up next to them and asked them what were they doing while they walking around harassing people. And, oh, you got masks on. We're getting the call. There's two black guys. But they didn't do any of that shit. They didn't do all that like they do to black people. And I just looked at that shit. I'm like, putting the shit in my car and everything. Got in the car, went threw my shit away, and we left. Anyways, this is completely stupid, and this is not cool. And you know what? When enough white people keep doing this shit, and people wind up beating the fuck out of them or taking their life, that's when all of a sudden, these masks, they should be illegal, or they might put a ban on it finally. This shit should have a ban on it. Plain and simple. I don't give a fuck about who created it and why and all that. I don't trust the motive of why the mask was created, first of all. But even with that, it's a stupid creation. And people are not using these masks the right way. And those ads are so irresponsible because those ads are deliberate, if you ask me. Like I said, you're white. Everybody white love hip hop now. Everybody walk around. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, all of that, right? Yeah, this is how black people act. That's how they move, right? Yeah, they doing all this stereotypical shit in the video. Hip hop music playing, like I said, and they're sitting up here pretending to be black people. So I don't respect that. And like I said, somebody need to wear your asses out. Oh, you want to impersonate us? Oh, you trying to cause us to go to jail. Yeah, and like I said, when they let you lay there and bleed out because the report says that there's a black person laying on the sidewalk and these racist fucking cops don't give a shit and purposely take their time to get to you just to realize, oh, it wasn't a black person. Shit. Yeah, you did it to yourself. This is what you call suicide. You're walking around trying to pretend you're black people just so the cops can come and blow somebody's brains all over the sidewalk because they think somebody black just did something wrong. And even with the situation where they got this setup where there's a white female running, screaming, and you see the guy running with her purse, and yeah, he has whether the gun is fake or not, just make sure that he does that. So when he look and people see that black face, somebody's going to call the police, and that's what they're going to say. They're going to say they saw a black guy with a gun because nobody's going to chase a guy with a gun and he had her purse or whatever it may be. And I mean, think about it. What the hell do you think that's for? Do you see this shit all over the news? Absolutely not. And just for the record, that particular situation, when this happened, when they go, where did that person go? They went that way. So wherever the person ran and turned down to, pretty much where they fucked up, and this is what I mean about stupidity, is because the fucking idiot girl live on the same street. And this is where they're like, well, do you have any neighbors that, that you have any problems with or whatever? And like, no, and this and that. Okay, well, for that person to rob you and then run down the same street you live on, they obviously say they didn't know. But then again, the same thing happened. They said 4 or 5 times, and every time that person running down the same street. So what they're doing is, it's different people that's walking by, but it just happened to be a situation where somebody said, I think that this is some type of scam because one person said, I saw the same thing happen already, and it's the same female. It's the same female. But you don't see this being publicized, and you don't see any police try to, who's coming forth to speak about this, and who's making an effort, ban these fucking masks. They're not allowed. Y'all don't think it's serious until it happens to you. But yeah, that's just some punk ass coward shit. And what's the purpose of the scam? So the police come looking for someone black. Now, you know what we don't know? Did she do any jail time? Did the person do any jail time? Because I'm pretty sure at some point she snitched. But again, this never made the news. The clip that we seen that was happening was from an independent news source like indisputable. Yeah, this shit's crazy, man. Anyway, this is what's going on. I don't trust this bullshit, and it should not happen. And there's been incidents, like I said, I seen an incident myself with the end result, whatever, and pretty much for the police to handle it the way they did was some straight bullshit. somebody lose their life over nothing. It's you know, and they could care less anyway. Especially when you got a fucking police force full of fucking racist ass cops. And nobody cares as it is. So, yeah, man, something should be done about that. Anyway, this shit should end. That's all I got for you guys. Catch you in the next video.